done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north.
Oh my goodness.
Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw.
Oh my goodness.
The law, it's a shame, rhyme, crime.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Deshaun Watson's Texans going up against Carr's Raiders.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and our home team. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Salt Lake City. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here to the 25-yard line. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. His throw incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing his car on third down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie that stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Time running out here on the play clock. Watson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go.
And oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right at the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know that play didn't work very well, but an old New York Giants quarterback taught me a lesson a long time ago. Sometimes running the draw actually takes courage and play calling. You're actually setting something up for later in the game, and just because it was unsuccessful then doesn't mean it won't be successful later.
He got 29 yards that time.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On play action, now Carr. They'll roll him out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt. in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Play action. Now it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
To throw, it's Carr. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 28.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
637.
On 1st down, Carr. Diving, and did he hold on? Yes, he did. For an Oakland touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And this one through the uprights and good. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he's going to be run over, hit hard as he'll be marked down. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard finding room at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 2 yards. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Halfback sent in motion. Carr now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 22-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. KD. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, and ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's 2 sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
No. Check. Patriot. Check. No. Check. Patriot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
All right, here we go.
Cooper, the man in motion right. A first throw for the backup Cook. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Throwing on 1st down. Cook. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
All right, here we go.
Cook now to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Cook to throw on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Patriot! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Go! Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Check. Here we go now.
Now Cook off the bootleg. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Space to maneuver at the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. And the D looking like they may blitz. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Cook. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw is Cook on third down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Over.
They're going to try and throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He spins free. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean?
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Raiders. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
To throw on 3rd down, Cook. And that is incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And the wideout in motion. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Come on, let's go. Let's round. Let's round. Let's round. Let's go. Ohio. Let's go. Let's round. Let's round.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is out of bounds right around the 20. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Throwing, Cook. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Back to throw. Cook. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right around the 31. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Watch time. Tight it right. Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
Cook on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. On 1st, here's Washington. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
The Raiders on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, hit me. No. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Cook now operating from the gun. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for the Raiders. 36 yards.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Back 99 Philly. Hurry up.
Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw on second is Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
All right, here we go. No, check. Patriot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Apparently, they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And he's able to put it through. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Here we go now. Gun.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position and a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Watson off play action. Rolling to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Ohio. Here we go. Ohio. Flex round.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Watson, and this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Detroit!
Now they try the right side here. Got some room at the 30, and he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Here's Cook, throwing on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Now Cook throwing on 4th down. And some room to work. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
No, Jack, Patriot! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. In motion left is Perriman. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the yards.
Green, 39. Watching now, Barney, 40. Gone. Watching now, Barney, 40.
Cook on 1st and 10. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is around the NFL nowadays makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have
to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it?
Sack. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first. Taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big offensive explosion helped.